Hello and welcome to the first annual Woke Awards here on No Bullshit. Today we're giving out the title for Wokest Family of 2019. This award has a lot of stiff competition this year too, since left-wing liberal activism and social justice warrior politics and other progressive nonsense have really reached a fever pitch in recent times. Let's first start things off with our first nominee, the Thunberg family from Sweden. This attention-seeking eco-activist household was first only famous in their home country and their neighbors in the Scandinavian region of Europe. But in the middle of 2019, their tried and true publicity stunts and scare tactics about climate change became famous around the globe, thanks mostly to Greta Thunberg, of course, who was quickly funded, propped up, and given lavish trips around the world because she was willing to spout liberal talking points while she did it. Some say it was just an elaborate ruse for her to get out of going to school, but I say it was also the Thunberg family's public application to be considered for Wokest Family of the Year. Next, we've got our American nomination, a family of 5 led by a very special Florida woman named Tori. Tori here just got pregnant and she's raising this soon-coming child with her 4 different boyfriends, all living under one happy but somewhat creepy roof. Woof woof. In addition, this is Tori's self-described brother right here, and well, I think we can all see why this family deserved to be nominated as well, representing for Americans, but in kind of the worst way possible. Finally, we've got our third and final nomination, this one coming from America's special relationship partners, none other than Great Britain. This special, very woke family is our latest entry in this competition too, since they only just became popular a few short days ago when this article from The Pluralist started trending on Twitter. It's called, and brace yourselves for this title, boys, it's a real head scratcher. It says, transgender man celebrated for having baby using trans woman's sperm. Doctor also trans. And well, as if this situation wasn't complicated or woke enough, they even got a T-doctor on board for this too. And I gotta say, while I understand what all these words mean separately, putting them together in this title and this configuration doesn't quite compute for me. First, an alphabet-lettered man has a baby, then it's revealed another alphabet woman donated the sperm. Finally, the doctors declared alphabet 2, and now I don't know which way is up anymore. And who wants to bet that kid is going to wind up somewhat confused? I wouldn't be surprised if they brainwashed it into being alphabet itself one day. Seems to be the way these things are going now. And well, if it wasn't already obvious, judging by the amazing woke reach of the last nominee, and this video's title of course, well, we're going to have to call this award and give the Wokest Family of the Year of 2019 to these alphabet people who just had their baby in Great Britain in the most progressive way possible. Congratulations to the British for winning this year's award. And now to follow this up, let's expand our discussion about the winners and start reading more of this article and see where this now infamous title and its story, well, let's see where this ends up going. Reuben Sharp, 39, had the baby 3 months ago and is raising the child with his gender-neutral partner identified as Jay. The UK Mirror reported Saturday. The doctor who delivered the baby is also transgender. Sharp is a biological woman who transitioned to living as male 12 years ago and now sports a beard and other masculine features. Because Sharp still has a womb and ovaries, he was able to conceive and carry a child, but he had to stop testosterone treatment for 6 years and undergo fertility treatment at a cost of nearly $8,000. Jay, another biological woman who uses them and them pronouns and had both breasts surgically removed, recounted agreeing to be the other parent soon after the couple started dating about 3 years ago. Again, this is complicated as all hell. A few things do stand out to me as particularly funny though. First, I want to note how confusing things can get when it gets like this. The whole idea of these kinds of alphabet people is a bit hard to wrap your head around already. First, they say gender is a social construct and then they act like it doesn't even exist. Then they say you can change your gender at will just by saying or feeling a different way. But to then have that happen to you, and in this case with this Sharp person from the article who was born a woman, then transitioned to male, which resulted in them sporting a beard and masculine features as they put it. But then I have to ask, what even are masculine features anymore in this kind of world? I mean, I know what it really means in the real world, and it's obvious to sane people that men usually are growing beards, but these alphabets are claiming multiple things that contrast with each other here. If beards are masculine, then masculinity is real, and that's a trait of natural men. But to go on and have it both ways here and contrast and contradict, well, it just blows my mind. Next, let's talk about how this story is tacking on this bit about the doctor. Does it really matter if the doctor who delivered this baby is alphabet too? Seems more than tacky they felt the need to add that on to the story here, even in the title too. And sure, it can be relevant as well, but it just sounds awkwardly placed to me. Would be like me saying what happens when my first kid is born like this. parents. Straight white male father's child with Asian wife. Doctor was Puerto Rican. That actually sounds pretty good now that I say it out loud. And that's very diverse of me too, especially considering I'm supposed to be some kind of racist, according to the internet. When Sharp eventually began menstruating again, which he described as weird, the couple asked a transgender man on Facebook who could still produce sperm to serve as their donor. I thought they would be perfect, Sharp said of the unnamed person. A doctor at a private fertility clinic inserted the sperm into Sharp's womb via intrauterine insemination. On the third try, Sharp succeeded in getting pregnant. The couple recounted getting strange looks and facing bigotry during the pregnancy, including people misgendering Sharp at doctor's appointments. I found it frustrating that people didn't just ask my gender or not use it. I look like a man, have a beard, Sharp said. It's bizarre you wouldn't just avoid saying she. Giving birth isn't a trans thing, he said. Women give birth in different ways too. Wow. Just wow. A lot to think about here once again. First of all, I love how this alphabet person thinks everyone else, we're the bizarre ones here. Dude, you're a pregnant guy who got sperm from another alphabet dude on Facebook. We're not the odd ones in this situation, buddy. Nothing wrong with the people in this story either. I'm not here to bash them. I'm not here to say what they're doing is morally wrong or inherently messed up either. I do, of course, have my reservations and suspicions about them, but I also truly hope this family is happy and that kid has a shot at a normal life. And at the same time, if these people are all being happy and safe and not breaking laws, they are free to do what they want. We do live in a free country, the United States of America. But also at the same time, if they want to go public with this, and if they do want to do these stories online and make themselves these sorts of alphabet celebrities or whatever, I do also have a right to call out their BS. And thinking you're a man just because you have some sort of scrappy fake beard on you, well, that just doesn't work out. And to make matters worse, if you got this sorry beard and a bump on your belly because you're preggers, well, the being pregnant part is certainly going to supersede the little whiskers you cobbled together on your chin there. In short, if you're pregnant, people are going to assume you're a woman because you are, even if you have some facial hair. Also, I want to next talk about the hypocrisy of alphabet people and their promotion of their own group biases here. They brag about being alphabet and then finding other alphabet people on Facebook to help them father their children. This is strictly being done because they want alphabet children as well, make no mistake. And that's where this is going, and it's where it first gets a little creepy. In addition, these kinds of in-group biases are allowed and promoted with minorities like this too. Minorities of sexual orientation or race. For another example, if blacks or browns wanted to seek out similar people to make their babies with, that's encouraged as well by the left-wingers, Democrats, and SJWs all over the world. But, and here's where things get offensive, if an American, European descendant person said they felt the same way too, we would be called racist for that, and then probably called white nationalists or Germans from the 1940s or something. Basically, it's okay when they do it, but us, we're expected to mix races and match with everyone else, or else. And nothing displays that hypocrisy here more than these articles promoting things like this alphabet family and their in-group biases in Britain. However, the couple praised the specially trained midwives at Brighton's Royal Sussex County Hospital for their sensitivity. Sometimes we go to appointments and be treated like celebrities, said Jay. Sharp said neighbors were also supportive and gaining weight was very affirming for him. I actually liked my pregnant body and liked being bigger. It was very affirming and I really enjoyed it. I'm a man and I get pregnant, he said. 3 weeks after his due date, Sharp's water broke and he spent 11 hours going through labor at home in a birthing pool before going to the hospital for a C-section. He said his dad showed up to be his birthing partner. Sharp, who is apparently raising baby Jamie gender neutral and referring to it by third-person pronouns, said he was confident he and Jay could provide a normal upbringing. Well, honey, a normal upbringing wouldn't be a gender neutral one. And frankly, if you want this kid to have a real chance, I think giving it up for adoption might be the best bet. And surprise, surprise, they're raising it gender neutral already too. Gonna have that kid transitioning before puberty as well, I'm sure, just as we suspected. Also, them getting stoked about being treated like celebrities at their hospital, that says a lot more here than they think. In their minds, this was just a way of giving a compliment to their caregivers. But I see it as them revealing how they actually expect to be treated all the time. These alphabet people don't want equality or fair treatment at all. They want to be coddled and treated better than everyone else. And they want special privileges and red carpets rolled out for them everywhere. This goes to show a couple of things too. First of all, again, alphabet rights and activism isn't about equality or fairness. awareness. They want special treatment and to be put above everyone else. In addition, this specialness they yearn so much for, it really undermines the whole T in LGBTQ. I mean, they claim to be crossing over to the other sex, and this girl in the article even complains when they aren't acknowledging them as a man, but at the same time, they don't want to be treated like regular men either, or like women if they're going the other way. And that's why, in reality, the way I see it, this alphabet group has pretty much created a third section all for themselves. They may try and claim they're turning into a male or female, and sometimes that might even happen, but if it actually did, we wouldn't even know the person was trans to begin with. They wouldn't need to mention it or say anything about being alphabet at all. And sure, that probably happens in some lesser known cases, but in this case, and with most public cases surrounding these alphabets in recent history, they will still fixate on being T so much, it really takes away and undermines their supposed goal of completing a transition. Really, it's like they never complete their transitions ever, because if they did, they wouldn't need to mention it or talk about it anymore, or try and use it to leverage their alphabetness to get themselves attention and special treatments. The Mirror celebrated Sharp and Jay as Britain's most modern family and breathlessly recollected their remarkable journey to becoming the parents of a bouncing baby. However, on Twitter, the reaction to the article was overwhelmingly negative, with conservative commentators leading the backlash. At first, I genuinely thought this was parody trolling, commented YouTuber Steven Crowder. Well put, Stephen C. This headline and premise does sound like it's straight out of a parody website, or it could be something a funny show like South Park would create as a joke to mock how out of control this progressive PC nonsense is really getting. Also, of course, the Mirror would say this is Britain's most modern family, even calling their pregnancy and story a journey. Priceless. Just goes to show Britain is way ahead of us in the SJW pandering department. Thank God the states haven't gotten this bad yet, or we might have won this award for Wokest Family of the Year just like they did. In the end, while Greta Thunberg and her family certainly gave Britain a run for their money this year, all they really had going for them was their woke activism, which really seems to be done for other personal reasons like gaining fame, wealth, and status, and getting Greta out of school. Then, the Florida woman Terry and her family were good contenders this year too, but they also just seemed to be selfish, and like Tori the girl wanted to just hook up with lots of dudes. And all her boos, well, they're just happy to be getting laid too. Their special relationship is one of convenience then, and not very woke, all things considered. But Britain, I think they've clearly gotten everyone beat, since their family members are all woke down to the core. They're super double mega woke, and also, for the icing on their cake, they're raising a son to be a woke kid as well. What do you guys think? Do you agree with what was said today? Did this alphabet family from Britain win Wokest of the Year in your mind? And what do you think about them wanting special treatment over being treated like everyone else? Are they really transitioning into what they claim then? If they can still claim alphabet special treatment all these years later? Comment your thoughts on everything below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.